to another Inside Music Row. Today we'll check out the carpet walk at this year's ACM Awards out in Vegas. We'll also sit down with Daryl Worley to talk about his new music. Finally, we'll hook up with the Grascals as they release another incredible album. All this and more coming up Inside Music Row. Hey there, I'm Bailey, and I'm so glad you joined us for another Inside Music Row. We've got a great show today, our 250th show as a matter of fact, so let's get started with Lady Antebellum. The group has named Henryville High School in Indiana as the winner of the Own Prom Night contest for their resilience following the area's devastating storms. The group won't be able to make the school's official prom this week, so they will host a private prom May 16th in Louisville, followed by a benefit concert for the community. Proceeds from the show will go to the New Hope Indiana Bakers Association Disaster Relief Fund. Blake Shelton is a bit amused by being named country's hottest guy by People magazine. He thinks it's funny because there's nothing about him, if he were a girl, that he would think is sexy. Trace Adkins, Jason Aldean, Dierks Bentley, and Luke Bryan are among others on the list. Billy Currington is enjoying the success of his fourth studio album, Enjoy Yourself. This is his second consecutive album to hit gold status by the RIAA, and the first two singles on this project both hit #1. Billy is currently working on his fifth studio album in between headlining dates across the country, and has also signed a deal with Ram Trucks, bringing them on as presenting sponsor for select dates. Rick Monroe will continue his tie with Jägermeister as the liquor company sponsors their fifth country tour. This time he will be joined by headliner Randy Houser when they hit the road this week in Knoxville, Tennessee. This brings the artists full circle as both Rick and Randy performed on their very first Jägermeister country tour with Pat Green in 2009. Average Joe's recording artist Matt Stillwell is on cloud 9 right now after marrying his longtime girlfriend Lindsay Crawford. When their bus broke down in Vegas between radio station visits, he said it just seemed like the perfect time to tie the knot. For their reception, they stopped at a truck stop and ordered some KFC. Now it's time to go inside the song. As a songwriter, you always hope for a major artist to cut your songs, and it doesn't get much bigger than George Strait. We caught up with Sherrie Austin to talk about a song she co-wrote for George, which was included in his 2009 Twang album. Here's Sherrie talking about the hit, Where Have I Been All My Life?
This was actually a really hard song to write. We wrote this over the span of like a year and a half. It wasn't an easy one at all, but we wrote it for George. So the whole time we were writing it, we saw him singing this song, so we could never imagine anybody else doing it. And when I got the call the day that he recorded that song, it's almost a blur. I was so beyond insane excited. I can't even. I mean, it's one thing to hear your own song on the radio, but I never get as big a thrill from that as I do when I hear somebody else sing something I've written, because it's amazing to have a thought in your head and then hear it come out of George Strait's mouth. You know, that's like amazing.
And I'm agreeing more and more with my old man. Where have I been all my life?
As we're about to turn the corner into the month of May, lots of hot artists are out on the road. Let's take a quick peek at who's going where and when. It's time for us to take a quick little break, but we have some awesome new music up for grabs. We have the latest from the Grascals, Life Finds a Way. If you want to enter this week's drawing, head on over to InsideMusicRow.com to register. Just enter your info or update your profile and you'll be good to go. Now for that break, but don't go away. We'll head on over to Las Vegas next to check out the ACM Awards from the red carpet. We'll be back in a sliver.